That's how we've done what we do. That's how we do what we do. And ours is a campaign that has been always about saying, yes, it is hard work, but hard work is joyful work.
Yeah.
And we are joyful warriors. And our campaign is about saying that we know that this is a fight that's a good fight. That this is a fight for this country that we know has so much promise, and this country that we love, but that we also know, yes, was founded on noble ideals, but those ideals will never be real unless we are active and we participate and we do what we are doing right now. So I want to thank everybody, and listen, we've got, I don't know, how many days left do we have, Nora? 95, about 95 days. And we are not going to wake up in 90, we have 94 days. 1 day less. We bought a day. And we are going to work every single day of these 94 days.
Yes.
To make sure that we remind people that, yes, over the course of these last couple of years, people have felt beaten down. People are asking, what's going on with our country? Are we going to recover? Are we going to be okay? People are asking, who are we? And how did we get this way? But what we know is this. What we know is there is nothing that we as a nation have achieved that has been about progress that came without a fight. Everything we have achieved as a nation that has been about progress came about because of a fight. Be it civil rights, social justice, equality, the ongoing fights that we have been in have all been about fighting for the best of who we are and fighting for the ideals of our country. And that's what's before us right now. And we like a good fight. We all want a good fight. We know how to have a good fight. And that's what's before us. That is what is before us. And we are going to get this done. And you all have heard me many times tell a story, which I'm about to tell right now, which is the story of me doing what you are doing right now, being here in Iowa in 07 and into the early days of January of 08. And I was here in Iowa campaigning for a United States Senator who was running for president. His name is Barack Obama. And I see my brother-in-law, Tony West, is here. Members of our family were here. So many of us were here. And we did the work of, I delivered pizzas like I delivered to our campaign office last night. Did the work of knocking on doors. It was, I think I'm going to exaggerate now. There were 10 feet of snow. I barely had soles on my shoes. They were made of cardboard. Hadn't eaten in a week. But there I was, walking through the snow, knocking on doors. And then it was the last night before the caucus. And I went back to the headquarters in Des Moines. And I asked the staff in the headquarters, and I said, is there anything else to do? And they said, Kamala, there's one more place that no one has visited. Will you go? And it's a senior home for African American seniors. And the name of the place is Corinthian Gardens. Will you go there and visit with the folks who live there? And I said, of course. So we went there. Tony was with me. My sister Maya was with me. We went there and started knocking on doors. And so I'd knock on doors, and invariably a lady would answer the door and say, oh, baby, come on in. Are you hungry? You look a little skinny. And then I knocked on this one door. And the lady had the chain on the door. But she answered the door, petite lady. She couldn't have been more than 5 feet tall. Well into her 80s. And she had this perfectly coiffed wig, perfect makeup, this elegant suit. She wasn't expecting anybody. And so I got all excited and I said, I'm Kamala Harris and I'm here caucusing and the caucuses are tomorrow and will you come and be there? And she looked at me with a straight face and she said, they're not gonna let him win. And I looked at her. And then I looked at what I was really seeing, which was this lady who in the 85 plus years of her life, all that she has witnessed and experienced in terms of injustice, in terms of indignity. And she, at that stage of her life, was not about to visit upon herself another indignity. And so me being me, I was like to myself, I'm not leaving here now. And so I stayed there. I put my purse down, and I stayed there talking with her, and she talked with me. She opened the door a little bit more. She never took that chain off the door. And guess who showed up at the caucus the next night? There she was, sitting in a corner, not really talking to anybody. She had this perfect, I think, fox stole. And there she was, and he won. And he won. And so this is the point, isn't it? The point being that when we have the ability to believe and have faith in what is possible, and in those things that perhaps we have never seen but believe can be, when we have the ability to know what can be unburdened by what has been, when we have the ability to say to ourselves and each other, don't sit back and be passive, don't sit back and wait for someone else's permission to tell you what's possible, then we make things happen and we win.